Once Upon a Time in Storybook Ending. You see that the car he drives in, a very, nice, fancy car, isn't there on the side of the street. In its place is a large, ornate carriage. He just sort of reins himself in, pulls his hand back from Tom's chest, and says, "Very well. I will make sure that the police stop by to get your side of the story, Margaret." It's this feeling of just magic. Like something you can't really explain, something that doesn't feel like it should exist. And yet it does, and it's within you.
I think magic's real.
Y'all know that old house on the hill?
Oh, the one that's been condemned? Yes, we know the man who sold you that property, John Noble. He is a realtor. He owns nearly half of this town.
Oh. Anyways, about magic.
Hello, and welcome to Storybook Ending. This is the podcast about humans, the stories they make, and the words that make them. I'm Loxley. I use VVer or they, them pronouns, and I am your keeper of stories. With us today is Addie.
Hi, my name's Addie. I use she, her pronouns, and I play the character Margie Gloucester.
We also have Grim.
Hi, I'm Grim. I don't really know anything about pronouns, so don't do any of them. How about that? I don't exist. I play Orion Miura, a very rich person.
All right, we also have Killian.
Hi, I'm Killian. I use they, he pronouns, and I play Tabs, the fox.
And we have Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny, and I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Viola Thomas, the librarian, who also uses she, her pronouns.
So where we left off was Orion saying, so about magic, as you all walked into the Lazy Dogs sort of meeting room, and then your phones start dinging, those of you who have phones.
I have a phone and a burner phone, because yeah.
Is it Margie's mobile or like her lazy dog landline?
It is cell phone specifically. It is not someone calling you as much as it is a notification. So I'll leave it up to you whether you even have yours on vibrate or ringer or whatever else.
Margie goes, "Oh, well, not many people know this number," and she takes out her, I want to say Motorola Razr. It's making a comeback, I swear.
Oh God.
Orion over here with his fancy iPhone.
Yeah, I'm not certain in a Motorola Razr would be able to pick up on this, because again, this is not a... No, maybe it is a text message. I'm sure you could configure this, but when you check your phones, assuming those of you who do, you find a notification from a sort of virtual town hall app slash, what's it called? News board thing where they like send out messages if you don't have the app. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like crazy.
Notification
I'm just wondering how the heck I have that, because I've only been in town for 2 days.
It's location based.
Really?
helpful.
Okay, I
Based
didn't know
on
about that.
the towers that you're nearby, I get tests of our local one once a month.
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Cool.
And when I'm not at home, it doesn't happen.
Weird.
Yeah, that is cool information to have. Yeah, we'll say it's that. We'll say that it's the sort of emergency notification system, and weirdly, it doesn't seem to be emergency. It's not like a weather alert or anything like that. It is a message saying town hall tomorrow 10 a.m. dash J Noble.
Well, of course he would
Um,
use the system for something like this.
Mhm.
Orion would definitely see that and immediately be like, "Speaking of Noble, Margie, was it? I still need
Yeah.
to get his number. I mean, I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna try to bring him back here now because I still have. Yeah, no, I need to get him to sign on the contract again within 72 hours, and I'm kind of at the end of my hours. I think there's only like 8 hours left. I need to trick him into coming here, probably say that his car's been found. So if I can get that number, I'll send him a text. I know I can think that people wouldn't really want him here, but I promise I know how to keep him in line. I know that sounds weird coming from someone who's just came into town. I know how to keep him in line. Just trust me on this.
That's very concerning.
Young man, you are very upfront about all the wrongdoing you're up to.
What? No, it's perfectly legal.
But
I'm just going
perfect for
to get him to
you, or
sign.
lucky for you, I suppose. I do love to do some sneaky things for some good reasons. I am perfectly fine with conning that John Noble over to this establishment and get you out of that that disgusting little contract.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
How about I be the one to call? I never call him for anything. It would be a surprise to him
Oh.
too.
Oh, that's even better because I was going to use my burner phone I have in my back pocket for business stuff.
Yeah, he was going on all about my age and my eyesight and all of that. Well, I will love to pull one over him. And she walks out of the meeting room to call John Noble from her like lazy dog landline.
Okay.
Danny, were you about to say something?
No, I was just going to suggest that perhaps Margie should be the one to call because John Noble doesn't seem like the kind to answer an unknown number and just show up somewhere.
Yeah, that is a very fair point. Make sure Orion, when he calls, he puts on the voice modulator. We have found your car.
Oh no, he has that theater kid stuff. He got that good voice modulation built in.
All right, Margie, you ring his number. It rings a couple times, and then the line clicks, and he says, "Hello."
You say you were missing your car, John Noble?
Yes, I'm missing my car. I assume this is Margaret then?
Yes, isn't it the red one with the little horses on top or something like that? I don't really pay
They're
attention.
stallions. I have class. They're not just horses.
Ain't stallion just another name for a horse?
Yes, but they're cool Okay. Okay. What do you have to say about my car, Margaret? I don't have time for this.
Well, I just want to report a sighting. But if you're gonna be so difficult, I suppose I won't tell you where. Hello?
I'm waiting.
Oh.
You don't want me to be difficult? If I don't have anything nice to say, then I won't say anything at all.
And she kind of looks at Orion and she's kind of like she has like a questioning look. Sort of like
Mm,
should I just say is that the lazy dog or should I just
he mouthed, "It's here,"
okay.
and he mouths that it was here, but someone came by to report it, and you would probably want to talk to them.
Okay.
That's a lot to mouth.
Okay.
Theater kid.
And so Margie is just staring at Orion's lips, and she's kind of like mimicking his like mouth movements and stuff, trying to figure out what the hell he's trying to say. And then she just gives up. She's like, "Oh, there's somebody here who wants to talk to you. It's not at the Lazy Dog, but this reporter is at the Lazy Dog, and well, I don't really care to know where your car is, but since you do, I might as well do you a favor and tell you where you can find somebody. You might know where your car is."
If there's a reporter there, then why are they calling through your phone? Reporters have cell phones.
Not always,
I am very smart and definitely do not misunderstand people.
not always, you little dingbat. I'm saying that there's somebody here.
At this point, Orion kind of like walks over and he's like, "Excuse me, do you have him on the line? Sorry,
God.
yeah, my phone kind of died on the way here.
Oh, you go
I-
talk to him. And she hands over the phone.
Excuse me, is this the person missing a car?
Oh my goodness. Yes, it is.
Yeah, I just saw it, like, it seems like it's going around town a couple times. I think if you get down here, like, based on how fast it was going, you might be able to catch it, like, it it might just be going around town until it runs out of gas because, like, gas prices and all that.
Oh god, I just filled the tank! I'm gonna have this be a roll. Because,
God. Let's see.
yeah, I just... It'll be an average difficulty, I think.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do that because I have the same chance of doing that if I do a spell. And it wouldn't really work anyways.
It will be a contested roll, but he's gonna be using Reason, which I believe we established is only 1d6. As he's not... Sorry, not Reason. Feeling. It'll be Feeling, because he's not a very emotion-driven person. Okay, the difficulty is a 4. I rolled a 4 on the d6, so that's your average difficulty anyways. What are you rolling with?
2d6, scheme.
Scheme, I was about to say. Yeah, that works. So you want to hit a 4.
Yeah, I hit a 4.
Alright. 2 and a 4.
I was worried for a
Cool.
second.
You hear him, there's some wrestling behind the line, and then after a few seconds he says, "Oh, okay, I'll be right there. Make sure if the car comes by again, you stop it, okay? Run out into the street,
yes,
wave your
sir.
arms, whatever. I'll be right there."
Yes, sir.
Click.
And Orion immediately takes his hand off of his like throat where he was pinching his voice box and pushing it to the side slightly, and he kind of like, oh, bleh. And he's like, "Thank you for that. That was yes. Thank you."
That was quite the performance.
And Margie puts the phone back. Now, young man, I know he says to run in front of the car, but please do not. Under any circumstances, do that in front of my restaurant.
I mean, the car is not actually going, so I don't have to worry about that.
Oh. Well, I
But yes, thank you for your concern.
and Margie kind of just blinks and she's like, "Wow, I really wow. You're really good at acting, young man. I was so convinced."
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Back in high school, there was like a drama class for a year when the school had enough money for it. And yeah, it was fun. Very fun.
Hey, some of us every summer or so, we put on a show at a town hall. It's completely written by the town folk, staged, the set builders and stuff like that. Would you perhaps want to audition?
Not really, because I don't do that well with crowds anymore. But if it's like what I'm thinking it is, like it's probably a bunch of townspeople bashing Noble, right?
A opportunity for stand up. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably do it once or twice. Seems like fun. But we need to get back to the thing at hand that's a little more pressing than my
Oh,
financial
course.
situation.
Of course.
Magic. That's a thing now, I guess. So y'all got magic? That's pretty cool.
Don't you also have magic? Weren't we
I don't know.
all? Well, I definitely recall seeing you at the library when I was mysteriously.
I don't even recall what I had for breakfast, okay?
Right. Oh, good. Yes, it would appear that we all have some sort of unusual abilities.
So, like, now would be a good time to figure that out.
Oh, you
And
think?
another thing, if books are coming to life, I assume that's what's happening because, I mean, kind of met Robin Hood, I guess.
I'm sorry. Would you mind explaining that again? You met Robin Hood?
Oh yeah, did y'all not hear about that? Where I just thought they were LARPers before, but then I just like kind of I don't know. Someone helped me figure it out. I think it was
Huh.
that one over there, and they kind of point at Tabitha.
Pardon? What did I do?
Someone gave me the idea of that, and it made a lot more sense than a bunch of random LARPers in the wood.
I believe the viola gave you that idea.
Oh, really? Sorry, I'm bad with memory.
Right.
But yeah, no. I think it was after. Yes, after I had freaked out about my car maybe still rolling down the street, I saw a shadow in the woods, which I know it sounds like a dumb idea now, but I kind of went after it, and when I went to say, "Who's there?" a arrow hit the tree beside me, and kind of after all that, it's kind of a blur because it kind of pissed me off. Next thing I know, I'm face to face with like what, 8 people in green, and I think they were wearing tights. Yes. Yes. They had weapons too, actual weapons, so, like, I kinda got out of there. I thought they were LARPers before, just, like, getting real into the role, but then they kinda, like, acted even weirder, like, eh. So I decided it was best to get out of there, and then I found another one that was one of a sheriff's men, which sounds more believable now. But, yeah, they were out there with a big old crossbow, looking for Robin Hood. So, it makes more sense now that I actually have time to think it over.
That is such a relative term.
It makes more sense.
All right. Well, it's going to make me sound maybe like a bit of a stick in the mud, but perhaps we should avoid running off on our own now that we know there's some rather strange stuff afoot.
Oh, yeah, no, I ain't dealing with them again. I didn't like it the first time. They threw dirt
Right.
in my eyes.
Well, that's quite rude of them.
You mentioned weaponry and you're peeved by dirt?
I mean, they didn't throw a sword at my face.
Fair enough.
Oh, honey, if you want to stay here for the night, my room's upstairs. We do have bathrooms and showers and such. I'm so sorry about the dirt. That's so rude.
Right, yes.
But anyways, now's a great time to figure everything out while we wait for that, noble person to show up.
The door slams open. All right, where's my car? I didn't see it on the way here.
Probably on the other side of the town.
What floor are we on right now?
The ground floor, I think. Since they're supposed to be
Yeah.
in the meeting room.
Okay, layout of the lazy dog. Can Orion be immediately seen, or can he sneak away enough to get behind Noble?
I don't think you can get behind him because he's in the front entrance, but we're off in a meeting room, so I assume you're not immediately visible. You just hear him from the other room, the main room.
can y'all bring him inside for me? Like, he's probably gonna see me who bought a crap house from him and immediately know that I want to get out of the contract with him. So he's probably gonna run and try to time out the hours. So that's what all real estate agents do.
Well, I think Margie right now is like in the entrance of the meeting room, so she is probably the first one to see John Noble. If Orion is already in the meeting room, I think she grabs the doorknob and kind of pulls it and kind of gestures to Orion to hide behind the door.
He does. He does.
Okay. Well, I don't know much about this car side. You know I don't care for you and your little whatever you want. I don't care. But I was like, I'm sorry. I don't care enough to find the words. But the young man who did report your car, he has more details and he's in this room if you be so inclined to speak to him.
Yeah, whatever. Whoever saw it, I'll... Actually, though, he did say it was just driving around outside. I could just go wait for it. That way I won't miss it.
You do realize that this town is bigger than just this street. If you wait outside, you may be waiting indefinitely, Mr. Noble.
Noble, didn't you miss it on your way here? And you live across town. Ugh. If I were you, I wouldn't trust those little eyeballs of yours. How long ago did you take your eye exam, huh?
Okay, Margie, relax. No need to be rude.
Yeah, he is just glaring at you, silently, kind of tapping his foot on the ground, waiting.
Mr. Noble, if you'll proceed to the room, there's a young man who would like to speak with you.
Yes, whatever, if it'll get me my car back. And then he walks into... Oh god, are you about to ambush him with like a knife or something? I'm worried. I'm worried for him.
No. This is gonna be very
Okay,
mature.
he walks into the room.
Okay, so as soon as he's in the room and like no one's in the doorway, he's going to shut the door and reveal himself and be like, Noble! Fancy meeting you here. And he's going to lock the door.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Wait.
I thought you said you weren't gonna kill him.
Wait, is everybody in the room?
Yeah,
Nope.
no, I think so. Oh, y'all didn't go in?
No, we were ushering Noble into the room.
Oh
Yeah.
man, no. Then I wouldn't lock the door and I wouldn't close it all the way. I would just like push it open to show him I was there. I wouldn't do that to y'all because like I'm not gonna do nothing shady. I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, Margie's like, not in my meeting room.
The blood is always so hard to clean up.
No, it's good. It's good, Margie. I'm not going to kill him. It's fine. Please take a seat, Noble.
I think I'm good. This has clearly been a waste of
Noble,
my
take
time.
a seat. Noble, take a seat.
I feel like this is going to be another check. Because you're trying to sort of
Let's
intimidate
see.
him here.
What would be a good one on it?
I feel like force is probably the most apt here, but you could swing something else.
Dang, I only have one in force. I would always try to roll daring, but I don't know how daring is going to effectively be in this situation. Cause no, he definitely planned this shit out. He scheme again?
Wait, I got a question for Loxley.
Yeah, what's up?
Can Margie help Orion out by like rolling with him and just being like, John Noble, I really suggest you sit down because this young man's been through a lot and I don't think he's had a great handle on reality right now. It's really
Or I can I want to swing something by. I can try to use gain as a spell, and I want to temporarily gain enthrall over him and make him sit down.
I think that's a bit of a stretch for game.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
think
no, that's fine. That's fine.
As for Marjorie's idea, I think the only way to like help out in this game is to use spells.
Okay.
I could maybe allow it in this case because it does make sense. We'll just treat it as if it was a spell.
Okay.
Let's see. What one am I using?
First, he's going to roll his defense, which I think he will use. Let's say grit.
Oh, grit. That's a good one. Kind of think I'm being reasonable right now. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what one to use. Because I really want to do this. You know what? I got plans for if he doesn't sit down. It's fine.
Oh boy, that's when you draw the knife.
No. He doesn't have a knife
All right.
yet.
Oh wow. With 46, the highest he rolled was a 3. So you only have to beat a 3
Okay.
to get any
Let's see.
damage.
I guess I am going to roll grit. Let's see.
Ooh,
Dang. He's not
Oh my
gonna
God.
he's not gonna do it.
that's a
It's
2.
okay. It's okay. It's all good.
Okay, I was just wondering, can Margie try to get Noble to sit down?
First, let me react to his failure, and then you can, before
Okay.
Noble leaves, you can have a chance. But yeah,
Okay.
Noble just kind of looks at you, Orion, as you say, like, sit down. And he just kind of scoffs and he says, do you think I'm scared of you, young man?
Not scared of me. I'm scared of the people I know. This isn't an overt threat to your safety, I hope you know. I want to use Gain
Oh boy.
to have a text show up on my phone that has a list of various financial crimes that John Noble has currently going on that can still be tried in court of law that haven't timed out yet.
No
If
way.
I can. If I can.
Yeah, again, that's like really specific.
I want to use Wadsworth as the flavor for this, but I can use that as a skill check if you need me to.
I'll tell you this: you can message Wadsworth because you did set him on the side quest of tracking this down.
Yes.
But you will need Margie to buy you time before Noble
Okay.
just walks away. So, Margie, what do you do?
Margie, she kind of like shoves her way into the room just a little bit, like past the door.
Mhm.
And she's just like, listen here, John Noble, all 4 of us, and I suppose you too, have had a very, very trying day. And you might not think that this young man is worth the fucking skin on your back. I don't know, like the saying or whatever. But I'll have you know that of everybody here, he's had the roughest day, and he is not scared of you. And you know what? I'm not scared of you either. And just, John Noble, for once in your life, can you just be a god fucking man and sit down? Just sit down.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
She's had enough.
I'm a little scared.
I think Margie, like, takes a breath.
Come on, that has to have a +1 or something from like consecutive people telling him to sit the fuck down.
I'm going to roll grit for defense again, but I'm going to give Margie plus 1d6 to her roll because
Yes.
I feel like she's usually pretty well composed. I don't think she's, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you freaked out on John Noble like this before getting this, like, intense.
No, she usually just sass him or like just ignores him. Like she is not supposed to be unhinged like this.
Oh man, it's already rubbing off.
All right, the difficulty is a 4 this time. So what are
Oh,
you
God
rolling,
damn it.
Margie?
I'm also rolling a grit, and I have like 2 in grit. Because you're giving me a +6, would that be a 3d6?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
646. Wow, that's really good.
It wrecked Noble.
Whew. I think John Noble just kind of clams his mouth shut and sits down at the table. No words.
This is like emotional transference. Margie is so taken with Orion's like losing his shit or whatever, she also loses her shit.
Oh my god, she's an empath.
Yep. And Margie, after like seeing John Noble take a seat and like evidently be scared of both of them, Margie kind of just closes her eyes, takes a deep breath with like hand movements and stuff. She's like, I'm sorry for losing my temper, but John Noble, you may not have the whole story, but you, as well as I, know that today is odd. Really, really odd. And I think it'd be in your best interest to right some strange wrongs of today. And she kind of walks over to the table and slides over the contract.
Oh no, he hasn't pulled that contract out yet.
Okay. Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, does Orion even have the contract on him? Is that something he just carries with him?
Oh no. I'm going to force him to sign a piece of notebook paper with his signature.
Huh.
Did Wadsworth get back to me with my information yet?
Yeah, I think your phone dings or vibrates or what have you, and it is a sort of like we'll say it's a PDF that Wadsworth has sent with some it doesn't say the words John Noble committed this crime, but it is enough information, I think,
Oh no.
that it would probably scare him a little bit that you have this.
He's gonna flick it open, look at John Noble, and then smile sweetly, and then look back at his phone. I need a bunch of like fucking crimes that rich people do now. He's just gonna start listing it off: embezzlement, forgery, tax evasion, embezzlement. Man,
Fraud. Oh my god, election fraud.
no,
He's not
election
elected.
fraud- Oh,
Wait, isn't
hold
he
on,
the
no, no,
mayor?
no.
No.
Oh.
No.
Who's the mayor?
It's going to be employee abuse, tycoon something. I guarantee you he has broken some sort of tycoon law. Like in this town's laws, he's broken something. And it's gonna be like really obscure ones by the time he reaches tycoon, but it's like it's enough to scare the crap out of him. He's like, wow, I seem to have enough here to put you in debt for the rest of your life. What do you have to say about that, Noble?
Okay, so because this is sort of a verbal sparring match of sorts, this is going to be another roll just to see how much spirit damage you deal to him.
Let's see.
Because that's just how the game kind of works. He will be rolling with Renown, I think, for sure.
I'm going to be rolling with reason.
All right, let me roll first. 46. Defense.
4d6? You mean he's actually renowned in this place?
He's well known. That doesn't mean his reputation is a good one. He did roll a 6, so you have to roll a 6 or above.
Let me just do something real quick. Dice gods, please don't fail me this time. Like, if you do, it's okay, but like, please. Damn, bro failed me.
Oh,
I
close.
gotta get a little more physical here. Start using daring.
A 3 and a 5. So John Noble looks at you, and at first he looks a little bit afraid, but then he just slowly starts to have the smallest smile. And at the end, he says, "Are you finished? Because I don't think you know what half of those words mean. Tycoon. Do you honestly think that if, hypothetically, I were to commit these crimes, that I would be so
Noble,
brazen and
Noble,
obvious about it?"
Noble, shut the fuck up! Do you know the last name Amura?
Why should I?
Oh, because the people who I know could easily buy you immediately. They won't even hesitate to buy everything out from under you. And if not, they will poach all of your employees. The Muras have excellent rates at the employees would work for. Should I sell you out to them?
Not in this town.
Not in this town. Well,
We're done.
just so happens you're looking at the fifth richest person in the world right now.
Yes, that's very funny. I'm glad you're.
Orion W. Mura, at your service. Now, here's what we're going to do. You are going to give me 50% of the money that you have basically stolen from me. And I'm going to put that money into fixing that house. And then you are never to do real estate again. I swear to God, if you do real estate again, I will fucking have your license and everything taken away from you. Even your precious little car.
He looks genuinely amused, and he says, "Let me tell you something, Mr. Mura. You may be the biggest shit, pardon my French, in the world, or the fifth, or what have you. That means nothing in this town. This town is mine, and I will not have you threatening me, having just shown up in town, for something I don't think you can even trace to me properly, because just looking over your shoulder at that paperwork, it is messy, in a sense."
He's definitely texting Wadsworth like, Wadsworth, do the thing, scare him. Start making him lose his cool.
And what exactly does that entail?
Which is going to be like a bunch of his business transcripts going onto the net.
So I'm trying to play with you here, but I
damn.
don't know if that's something you can just have done. I don't even know if it's something that can be a roll. I think it's been like an hour since you asked Wadsworth to do this. I feel like, well, he might have gotten a list of like potential things.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would definitely take like it doesn't happen at all tonight or even tomorrow. Orion's not that worried about getting the money back because he's rich as fuck, but it's about principle at this point. So he's still gonna text Wadsworth to do the thing, to just like enforce at a later date that yeah, you don't want to fuck around.
John Noble, he doesn't want to fuck. Famous for that.
Doesn't not want to fuck. Who would want to fuck him anyways? He's an asshole.
Okay, well that's rude. That's just rude. He's a very lovely man once you get to know him. He sees you texting Wadsworth, and he just raises an eyebrow, and he says, "Alright, we're done. I will see you, hopefully, at the town hall tomorrow, where I will be having an announcement about my missing car." And he starts to push past you and Margie.
I hope your car fucking like loses all of its fancy little upgrades. I hope they all fucking go out on the same day for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's very intimidating. You're such a good little businessman, child. Alright, good night, everyone. I will see you
Get the fuck out of
tomorrow.
here before I beat your ass.
Oh, is that assault? Is that a threat? Do you want to
Come
walk that one
on!
back, maybe?
I don't give a fuck. I will bail out of that shit. Come on, fight me.
And you think I won't?
Get out of my
And you
establishment!
think I won't?
Get out! Both of you, get out of my establishment! Oh my goodness! I cannot take another verbal spear from both of you for another second!
Damn.
She points at John Noble and Orion to leave her establishment.
Oh,
Aw.
Orion's not going to have a place to stay after all.
It's fine. He sleeps in his car.
Like, after all of that, after, like, Margie also doesn't give a fuck if Orion is, like, the fifth richest person in the world. She was like, she's cringing.
Oh yeah,
God.
no. He does not know how to do this shit.
Yeah, like, as somebody who, as, like, Margie, like, consistently spars with Noble. It's, like, a ritual of theirs now. It's just a thing that they do, and she's just like, oh my god, I cannot.
Cringing at how bad he is at dealing with Noble.
Yeah, and she doesn't agree that John Noble owns this town because she's got a substantial chunk of it as well. But, like, he is still a powerful man, and this is just not a good look for her for this to be happening in her meeting room. So she's kicking, like, both of them out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
that's
Orion would
understandable.
definitely like look over that way and like immediately like his eyes get apologetic, and he would be like, "I guess I'll take my leave. Sorry, Margie. Have a good evening." And he'll start heading out.
Yeah, John Noble is walking out and he waves a hand behind him.
As John Noble's walking out, Viola would like to wave him down. Mr. Noble, a moment.
Oh God, what now?
Pardon me. Please watch your tone. I would simply like to point out that according to the town bylaws, section 23, subsection A, line 12, the use of the emergency notification system for personal use is strictly prohibited. And perhaps it might make everyone's lives mildly less litigious if you would simply do what this young man requests, relinquish whatever this dispute is about his property, and move on so that no one reports you to the town for abuse of the emergency notification system.
All right, I think we're gonna have one more roll for this.
Feels like a reason roll.
Yes, that makes sense. I'm gonna roll my defense real quick. I think he'll be using renown again because you are threatening his reputation. Oh, another 6.
Nope. It was worth a shot.
2 and a 4. He just shakes his head and he says, "Good night, librarian. I'll see you at the town hall meeting." And he just starts walking away.
Need you will. She makes note of the town code and the sections and subsections that she noted for reporting at the meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, he actually calls back over his shoulder. He says, "Huh, you know the laws? What a nerd!" No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Orion's like halfway across the street by now. He has left a like $150 underneath a pot plant with a quick note in bad handwriting that says, "I'm very sorry." And it's on Margie's bar underneath a pot plant. He feels so bad right now, but he Noble really got under his skin. I think that's a superpower of Noble.
Truly.
Orion's not having an easy time keeping it together, but he is walking to his car to sleep there. He feels like shit.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a walk too because your car is still near the library.
Listen, he also was a marching band kid. He was forced to do all the stuff.
Margie. Tabs. Perhaps we could retire to Tab's room and continue our discussion of magic there?
Yes, I believe that is a very important discussion for us to have.
And perhaps in the morning, when tempers have calmed, we might have some more information that we can share with the young man who is not here anymore.
Margie is still like in the meeting room. She's like sitting down at the table, and she has her like she's got like prayer hands in front of her face, and she's
Oh
like,
God, I've driven her to religion. No.
she's like, what in the world is happening today? She doesn't typically lose her cool like that, and for it to happen multiple times in a day, she wants some sweet like brewed tea and maybe like a good hot bath, and like she just wants to go to bed.
Oh, some ale. I
Mhm.
think that's what they make. That good old spiked tea really calms the nerves.
Margie, if you're not feeling up for it tonight, we can make you a pot of tea and we can talk about that latest romance novel that I lent you. Change the subject entirely and just readdress everything tomorrow.
There's a lot to discuss, however. I worry that if we put it off for too long, that we'll forget to discuss it, or it will never be a correct time.
Oh, it's okay. I just need some. I just need 1 cup of tea. That's all.
Of
I'll-
course.
I'll-
I'll get you the tea. You just wait here, Margie.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to be losing my composure like that. And she looks to Tabitha because they've literally only just met today.
Yeah.
And she's like, I promise you, I am not typically the firecracker you witnessed tonight. Well, for one thing,
I believe you, dear.
yeah, for one thing, John Noble does get under my skin, but I like to pride myself in keeping my composure and such, and I do feel ashamed of losing my composure like that. I'm very, very sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. It has been a very odd day. Let's put it that way.
While Viola is making the tea,
Mhm.
I think that she is ruminating on this and just trying to concentrate on feeling calm and trying to figure out how she can make other people feel calm. And she pulls her pen out of her pocket and she's clicking it as she's thinking. And I would like to cast my spell Vibe to try to put some
Okay.
calm vibes into the tea.
Yes.
No, not
Just
the
some lavender
CBD
tea,
Let's go.
That would be a 5.
Yeah, I think that does it. I'm not sure what exactly the effect would be here because I don't think you're trying to reduce anyone's spirit.
No, it's more of an emotional effect. I want Margie to feel better. I want her to feel less stressed and less guilty about her outburst, less embarrassed by it if that's what she's feeling. I want her to feel more relaxed, more calm, more herself.
Sure, yeah. I try not to be in the business of telling player characters how they feel unless it's like, an overt effect. But I will leave that up to Margie to tell how much better she feels with this tea. But it definitely does have an effect. You can feel the vibe sort of calming, relaxing.
Margie she kind of blows on the tea to cool it down, and she takes a sip, and she's like, "Oh, Viola, are you drugging me, dear?"
No,
God.
of course not. Why?
Oh, it's just a silly little joke. I'm pulling your leg. This is very good tea, my dear.
Oh, what? It's just the oolong that was in your cupboard, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. A little bit of tea never hurt anyone, right?
No, they have not, except for maybe the British.
Well,
Damn.
they deserved that, so.
Margie, I will say, I don't think you've taken any spirit damage tonight, but if you are, I would actually count that as a recovery. So you could recover 1 spirit damage.
Okay, cool. I think because, yeah, she like had several moments that she felt she needed to apologize for. So Margie did take spirit damage, but I would also mark it up to 0 now that she's recovering.
Yeah, perfect. So do you go and have that conversation tonight, or do you want to wait until Orion is here?
I think it needs to be Margie's call because Margie was the most upset.
Yeah.
I feel like we'd leave it up to Margie, yeah.
So if Margie is feeling well enough after having this magical tea to have this conversation, then fantastic. And if the magical tea was a little bit too effective and she is feeling sleepy and wants to go take a nap, that is also.
Margie, instead of perhaps driving to the decrepit like house that John sold Orion, she's in the mood to like take a walk to like calm down her nerves, bring her a cup of tea with, and just have an opportunity to talk to Orion as well. Wow, this Solog brew is really doing wonders. Oh man, I really ought to apologize to that young man too. Didn't he say this was his first day in town? My goodness, what an eventful day for all of us, ain't it?
Here, Take a travel mug if you're going to go see him. Give him some tea as well. I'm sure it's cold in his car.
Yes, of course. Oh, I just feel bad for losing my temper at everyone, but well, honestly, I just felt really sorry for the poor boy. And I felt really speechless at how I couldn't help him because, well, honestly, I really wasn't sure where he was going with anything at all.
You don't have to explain yourself to us, Margie.
No, we understand. Just if you are going out, don't venture out into the woods.
Oh, no.
We don't want you to run into this Robin Hood figure.
Oh, no. Oh, I have no plans of that. Now,
Actually, given everything that's been going on, should we perhaps go with you? Rather than leaving you to walk alone?
oh, please come with me.
All right. But we'll be on our best behavior, yes, Margie?
Yes. Alrighty, everyone.
Then let's go.
And Margie gets up from the table and starts walking out of the lazy dog.
All right, yeah. Orion, you went to your car?
On the way to his car, like, he decided to think about something else other than the fact that, it's mostly just his pride that's hurting now, 'cause, well, yeah, no, he feels really bad because he made a fool of himself in front of, these people, but he feels, like, a little pissed off because he got duped, but, he feels like it'll eventually work itself out, even if I don't get my money back. It'll be fine. I'll just have to get them at another time. So he starts thinking about the whole magic thing, and he's like, really like, do I have magic? Like, a couple things were pretty weird, and I would like to use learn unconsciously for the last time and learn if I have magic.
All right, yeah. That'll be an average difficulty of 4.
Oh, good, because I only have 1 dice, and I'm probably gonna fail it anyways.
I will give you an extra d6 because it is a
It's so very easy.
pretty easy thing to realize if you're using it to realize itself. Yeah, that makes sense, for sure.
Okay, dice gods, please, my guy. Woohoo! Yeah, dice gods, you're back with me.
A 6 and a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sort of reach into yourself, and what does this spell look like, do you think?
Speaking of look like, now that he actually knows, I think this is when the physical effects from the spell actually take place, like you were telling us before. So when he learns it, like, there's just this, like, it seems like a ripple in his vision, and it just kind of, like, goes out to the very edge of his vision, and he looks down, and he notices, like, the tips of his fingers are just ever so slightly glowing purple, and, like, that's, like, weird enough. He's like, okay, yeah, I know I have magic now, but it's like, tips of his fingers are slightly glowing purple, but the other thing is that when he flicks his fingers, like, back, like he's closing his hand, like, it jumps up his arm and then falls back down. Like, it's got weight to it.
Interesting.
So, like, the magic is concentrated towards his hands, and if anyone else sees him, like, walking, like, if they're behind him, they'll notice, like, a really, really tiny dot on the back of the base of his neck that just, like, it resembles, like, nothing right now, because currently it's just, like, ever-changing blob. So that's, like...
Oh, sure. You know, the neck blob.
That's how I'm imagining both learn and gain look. So gain is like a moving kind of concentration of glow around his body, concentrated usually at his hands, and learn is like kind of at the bottom of his neck, and it will like change shapes based on what he's trying to learn. So like if he's trying to learn about a book, it'll turn into like a kind of book shape. So yeah.
Yeah, I think
Very fancy light show.
I think someone actually walks past you and is like, yo, nice tattoo.
Thanks, UV stuff is cool, ain't it?
Oh, sure, yeah, whatever.
Hey, he was like slick with that. because he was like, yeah, I've been looking up UV tattoos on Pinterest. I can roll with this, I guess. I don't want no one carting me off yet.
Yeah, the CIA shows up with the black van, and no, that is not the kind of story we are telling here.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, since he now knows that he's got all these like magic powers, he's like going to mess around with it just a little bit on his way back to his car while no one's caught up to him yet. So that's what he's doing. He's just trying to like use gain to make small things. Like, I don't want to roll like that many times, so I'll just say it's like occasionally he'll have like a chess piece or something. Occasionally he'll just have nothing. And he's just like filling his pockets with random items that he just like suddenly either materializes or just suddenly like appear in the vicinity near him.
Hey, that's Tabitha's thing, is stealing random knickknacks.
No, they like literally appear just outside of his vision.
Yeah, I don't think that you are not in duress, so I don't think I'll make you roll for that, since it's not having a like material effect on anything right now. As long as you're not trying to gain anything, vital or
no. Just like random knickknacks. I guess like a shiny like a nice shiny rock that keeps on reappearing every like 50 feet.
His magic pet rock. That's your new companion. Go ahead and mark that on your sheet.
Okay, I will. Don't test me.
No. Don't call my bluff. Yeah, I think then that Viola and Margie and Tabitha catch up to you a couple minutes later, and you just have a bunch of crap in your pockets.
Oh yeah, and his fingers are still glowing. Very slightly.
Oh right, because is that permanent, or is it just because you're...
Yeah, no, that's the permanent. It's like an almost dead glow stick. Like, casually, it's like he's holding an almost dead glow stick just in his fingertips.
Sure. That's subtle.
Very subtle, especially during the day.
Okay, Margie sees that and takes a big gulp of tea.
Oh yeah, nothing more stressful than the crazy kid that showed up suddenly having magic or something.
Need all the calm you can get.
After Margie takes a big gulp of her calming tea, she says to Orion, "Young man, did I ever get your name? I am so sorry if you told me and I just did not remember."
He kind of like turns, because he was still walking, because he was like too focused on his knick-knack summoning jutsu to be focused on anything coming up after him. So yeah, no.
Excuse
he
me.
kind of like turns around and he's like, "Huh?
Hi. Hello.
Orion. His name was Orion.
Hi.
Orion. Thank you, Viola.
Yeah, that's my name.
I just want to apologize to you for yelling.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, I totally lost my cool back there. I don't even really care about the money that much. It's mostly just principle at this point. And I know, yeah, no, that makes me sound worse when I say I don't care about the money. I'm
Well,
not.
You did.
Perhaps you should avoid Mr. Noble for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
The two of you have a bit of a personality clash.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at being rich. I literally I think I just got, like, I think this happened, like, only a month ago, and I've just gotten to the point where I can actually buy a house without, freaking out. I've been living in my car for a while because I can't, yeah, I'm not good at this.
Oh, honey.
Right.
If you're
But I still think you should avoid him. Because
Oh,
you're
yeah, no,
also
definitely.
not good at dealing with
Yeah,
John Noble.
Yeah, no, I feel so bad.
Why don't we see him tomorrow at the town meeting?
I feel so bad about, like, immediately resorting to violence. That's happened twice tonight, and it makes me very upset. I hate it.
Why don't
But,
you have some tea? Tea always helps to calm you down.
I mean, I got it's fine. I got stuff in the car. I mean, I just need a night to cool off. It'll be fine. I did leave a "I'm sorry" on the bar. So, yeah. Oh! Oh! Here's the thing. He suddenly gets, like, really excited, and he's kinda, like, bouncing his arms up and down like, "Oh, you're gonna love this." Okay, so, I figured out what the magic is that I specifically have. And he, like, reaches his hands into his pockets and pulls out all these knickknacks while his fingers are still, like, glowing weird, and he's, like, super excited, and he's like, "Look at this."
Right, but the middle of the street is not the place to have this conversation.
I mean, eh? I mean, do you see anybody around?
Let me rephrase that. We are not going to have this conversation in the middle of the street. We should go
Yes, ma'am.
someplace more secure.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to go to the library, which is right across the street here, or would we like to go back to the Lazy Dog?
So you see, books are part of the problem, so let's go to more books.
All right. Let's go to the library. And
Yeah.
Viola will walk across the street and unlock the library to let everyone in, and then lock the door behind them and lead them to the librarian's office, which is much more closed off, and there are far fewer books in this room than there are in the rest of the library.
We're all have book phobia.
Please, God, no. My campaign.
All right. Orion, you said you figured out your magic.
Yes. So here's what I figured out. So while I was walking back, apparently today I've been using a bunch of it um unconsciously. So I learned about that. But yeah, I did it again on my walk back to the car because I didn't want to think about John Noble or anything like that. So then all of a sudden I figured it all out. I basically learned everything about my things right now. And yeah, it's pretty fun. It's not 100% though. Like I only literally this is only like 22% of the things that I actually tried to like make appear.
So you haven't entirely figured it out. All right.
No, yeah, no, I haven't. Sorry. Yeah, I said I had figured everything out, but no, I didn't figure everything out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you wouldn't mind, would you demonstrate for the rest of us?
Oh, yeah. I will try. There's a good chance it won't work though. But like he kind of like flaps his hands around, so like the glow kind of like bounces around from his elbow to his fingertips, like kind of wildly. And he's like, "Well, I mean, if this isn't a good enough a reminder, I mean, showing of it, I mean, I guess I can do that. Yeah, no problem. So I'm going to use gain to like someone give me something to randomly make up here. Something a little bigger than a knickknack.
Let's start simple. I would like you to summon a bookmark for me.
Oh, okay. That should be easy enough. Give me 1 second to just be like, and he's like, keeps on flapping his hands like he's warming up or something, and then he like kind of like puts his hands out like he's cupping something in the air, and I am going to roll, uh, gain.
Yes, this will be an average difficulty, of course, because you're kind of surrounded by them. But I am going to make it a roll because it's funny. And because you're doing this
Oh yeah.
under some modicum of stress.
Now, yeah, that's another thing. If it doesn't appear in his hands, another one just might appear like in a random place behind him. I'll decide depending on if I succeed good or if I succeed normal. Let's see, that is 2.
Uh-oh.
Okay, no, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. It's kind of just like, nothing.
I think the glow on
Uh-oh.
your fingertips kind of dims just a little. Nothing like super bad, but it is noticeably that like just nothing comes up.
All of his warming up he did with shaking his hands has gone away. Oh my god, it's those shake flashlights from like the 90s. That's what his hands are now.
He starts shaking his arms and nothing really happens.
Weren't you supposed to do something, Orion?
Well, I mean, I did say I didn't like make a lot of the things I wanted to appear. Let me try one more thing. I think it's because like I didn't just do immediately what came to my mind. So let me just try one more time, and I'm gonna roll again if I can.
What are you trying to gain here?
Let's see. I want to think of something that would immediately come to his mind. What is the closest fast food chain restaurant here?
That's a good question. I don't know how many fast food restaurants there would be in this very small local town.
If there's not, that's even better.
I don't think there isn't.
Okay, good. So I am going to gain a 20-piece chicken McNuggets.
Okay, well, sponsor us, McDonald's. That's totally something we're capable of.
They ain't gonna notice it.
How about just
Let's
some
see.
generic chicken tenders?
Cheeky tendies.
Just a box of frozen dinosaur
Chicken
nuggets. There we
tenders.
go. That's what we're doing. A box of frozen dino nuggies. It's frozen, yeah. So I'm gonna roll 2d6,
Dino
please,
nuggies.
dice gods, for the comedy.
For the win.
There you go. 6 and a
Yes.
1.
Ah!
Like a 5-pound box of frozen dinosaur nuggets of no discernible brand just appear in his hands, and he's like, I didn't expect this much, but he reads that they're dino nuggets and is like, haven't had these in a while.
Start chomping on them raw.
Are you hungry? Do we need to get you something to eat?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, I was just thinking.
You think his hunger is the issue?
Well,
You just summoned those.
I was just thinking of whatever came to my mind
well,
first.
that's why I asked if he was hungry, perhaps, if he was thinking of food. Yes, this whole magic thing is a little bit disconcerting, so
I mean, now that I've kind of gotten a little more used to it, this is pretty fun.
Oh, good. He's
Yeah.
already going mad with power.
He's like, oh wait, if I learned about my own, no, I don't think I can.
So Margie and myself watched you perform magic viola while we were outside of the Lazy Dog. However, I don't think either of us have done magic thus far.
Tabitha, you did talk to horses.
Yeah, I know.
But, okay, you're
Yeah.
aware of that. You just don't think Tabitha knows.
Tabs does not acknowledge that it's weird.
Fair.
Someone bring it up, because I wasn't there.
was anyone there?
Yeah, you were all... Well, Viola and Margie were standing nearby.
Yeah, Viola and Margie.
You watched him talk to a horse.
Tabs, did you not speak to a horse?
Yes, I did. Outside of the bar, they told me about the carriage.
You realize that's
I think that's a little magical. That's like Disney princess kind of magic.
yes, that's not normal.
Disney princess?
Yeah. Ever watched like
I'm afraid I don't know what you're speaking of.
Cinderella?
I do not recall.
Right. Well, but the point is that speaking to horses is not a normal thing, so I believe you have done some form of magic. Do you recall how you did that?
Not in the slightest, dear. What about you, Margie? Have you done any magic?
Margie looks completely bewildered, and not gonna lie, guys, I do not recall Margie doing magic.
Yeah, I don't think she
I'm
has.
pretty sure you've just done rolls.
Yeah,
Your main spell right now is just hero. I
yeah.
don't think you've used it yet.
Mm-mm.
Not in the main
How?
canon, just in the one shot.
Yeah.
Well, have you tried shaking your hands like Orion does? See if that shakes loose some sort of magic? I mean, it's worth a shot.
Ooh, crack your knuckles. It might be like glow sticks.
Break your arm. You gotta crack it
Oh my
first.
god.
Oh god, I hope it's not glow sticks. I work way too much with my hands to explain that away. But Margie puts down her mug and she shakes her hand. All right, Marge, what do you got? And I don't know if anything happens.
What do you want to happen here? Is she trying anything? Is she channeling any thoughts or words?
Okay. Let me just think as Margie, given everything that has happened.
Get in the mindset.
Margie sort of waves her hand, and what she's thinking is, I am very curious about that little document on Orion's phone. And so she might be summoning Orion's phone from his pockets.
All right. That'll be a new spell because I don't think that falls into hero.
Yeah, new spell.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's great.
Okay. I think my number of dice. So I'm gonna use focus, which has 2 in it. So that'll be a 2d6. Choose roll. That is right. Is
Lol.
What does the underscore stand for?
That is
I
a
think
wild
it
card, so you can use it to represent any.
That's
Oh.
so strong. Hold on.
Ooh,
Let's
a wild
see.
card.
Gun. You can immediately make gun.
Mm-mm.
I don't know
It
how
does
that
have to
helped
fall
you.
into the original purpose of the spell, which was
Yeah.
to.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Man, there's
And what are you trying to do? You're trying to summon the phone?
Yeah.
oh wait, can you do like a broken spell?
You can force spells by misspelling them, by like twisting letters to be different letters. If you know, and N on its side could be a Z, for example. But there will be consequences if you do.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
corrupted, ain't it?
Wait. F.
Oh, a misspelling of phone. I like
Oh, I
that.
like that.
Oh, that is
Just
really good.
summons phone. Phone. Oh my gosh. Okay, who's ready for the library to blow up?
Okay. Can I do that? Can I just? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Let me double check what happens when you
Oh.
misspell.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, don't blow up my phone with your mind.
We'll see about that.
Uh-oh.
Let me ask you this question. How silly do we want to get?
really
Billy!
silly, really silly.
Silly Billies! Let's do it, silly Billies.
Okay. So here's the thing. On the unintended consequences page that I skimmed over very quickly, one of the options, the first option is, well, you'll see. I'm just going off of the table that it has in the book.
I'm more worried for my character now.
Margie, what does this look like as you bring the phone over into your hand?
I think like she and Orion, they're not standing right next to each other. They're kind of like facing each other, a few feet apart and stuff. I'm kind of like imagining them like crowding, like a table or whatever. And so, how I'm imagining it is just his phone literally leaving his pocket and just flying like really fast, like his pocket pitched the phone at Margie.
Yeah, we'll go with that. The phone kind of spins on the table in between you, and luckily it spins to where it's the right side up for you. And then the screen comes on its own, and a little face says, "Hey, I was sleeping there." Effect number 1: an unspeakable comes into being, and it is unhappy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is amazing!
Sentient phone.
Oh,
Sentient
man.
phone.
Oh my god!
Yes.
You know, like those little,
Oh, dear.
what's it called? The poo? That old
What?
game that you had. It's literally that, but it's an actual phone now. Oh my god.
Yeah, Margie, this phone speaks to you. You all hear it, but the phone just sort of glares up at you with this sort of emoticon eyes.
Oh my god.
This is amazing.
I am so sorry. I did not.
What kind of app is that?
What? Wait a second.
I
I'd be
don't
happy.
know.
Are you having me on?
What?
Are you?
Listen, no. And if I did, I don't think I would make it sound like, I don't know, what's that accent? New Yorker or something? Or Boston?
Hey, don't disrespect the Big Apple.
Dear.
You get it? The apple? Because it's
Oh my god.
No,
Oh
I
my
didn't. And now I have to.
This is amazing.
Dear.
Oh my god.
This is giving me life.
yeah,
Okay.
it's giving the phone life too. That's the problem.
I don't see this as a problem, honestly.
It could be a problem. I don't know what to do with this. I'm sorry, sir, that we've disturbed you.
Yeah, you should be. I was getting some good Z's. God, I missed the recharger.
Sorry.
Do you need to charge your phone, Orion?
I think it's at like 10.
There's a charging station right over there.
Oh, cool.
You can go ahead.
Well, hey, give me some privacy.
Okay.
How the hell am I gonna plug you in?
Margie looks away. She's not even there at the charging station, but she looks away.
Don't make it weird, man. Don't ruin phones for me. Just like take your recharger. Jeez, and he goes over there and just plugs his phone in.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the good shit.
Oh my!
Dear.
Don't make it weird.
No.
Don't make it weird. Please, God, don't make it weird.
Not in the sex way.
Don't make it weird, guy.
It's like putting on a CPAP. Oh my goodness!
Ooh, I don't know if that makes it any better.
Yeah, like a sea poop or whatever. Wait, let me Google that. Yes, a CPAP. Yes.
Oh my God. Are you like Super Siri now?
We don't talk about Siri.
Hey Siri.
Oh dear.
Does Siri turn on inside of the other guy's brain?
Yes, how can I help you?
Oh my gosh. It's now a
my
a balance for personality power. You know.
Oh,
and he like
no.
immediately like presses like a button to turn Siri off, and he's like, I'm not that sorry.
The phone turns itself off. It is glaring, and then it just kind of blinks to sleep. Like it is not dealing with you right now.
Hey, don't give me that attitude.
Hey, is you mocking me?
I still want to play my games, okay?
Yeah, Candy Crush this. That's actually a really outdated reference. I don't know if anyone still plays Candy Crush.
Well, I do, and I'm really good
They
at
sure
Candy Crush,
do.
okay?
It looks over at Margie and like, yeah, you would.
Hey, quit being
Margie.
Oh,
quit
dear.
being a noble. You know what? Don't make me call you John Noble.
All right. Orion, perhaps we stop engaging with the sentient phone and let's focus back in on this magic thing that we're apparently doing.
Okay. And he immediately like goes back over and sits down. Almost flips over the chair when he sits down because he sits down a little too hard. He goes, hey, I'm good.
Are you? All right.
Did you do that, Margie? With the phone.
Margie throws back. She throws back her tea.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like she's drinking all of it. She's like,
This is pretty amazing.
yeah. She throws back all of her tea, and she just goes, "Ah, well, I suppose I just did. And you know what?
Right.
My Samsung washer and dryer units, they sing to me whenever they're done. So, sentient phone, speaking phone, napping phone, fine. I accept my new reality.
Orion immediately just starts laughing like hilariously.
Did Margie's magic appear in any sort of way? Did we see any magic from her?
Okay. Oh, I have an idea. Okay. I think when Marjorie's casting a spell, it looks like there's like a gentle wind that is just like fanning her hair.
Oh my god, are you an airbender?
All right.
Bruh. Wait, hold on. Wait, you're an airbender and you make things come to life? Bro, you're pretty stacked. Bro got the good cards for this one. Jeez.
I do not know what an airbender is. If that is
Oh
what
my god, it's such a good show.
Airbenders the show, I've never heard of
Yeah,
it.
no, Avatar The Last Airbender is so good.
We'll
Okay.
we'll add it to your list, Margie. We'll put it on your list.
I,
How do you feel? Do you feel all right?
I feel. I gotta say, Viola, I think there is no way that the oolong in my cupboard can have this sort of effect on me unless you had something to do with it. Viola, I don't believe you drugged me, but I also think you have magic too.
Right. Well, I did do that thing where I was able to draw a conclusion. Um, let's see if I can do something else.
Ooh. And he just like sits there. I think he actually like props his chin up on his hand and he looks like really excited. Like he is absolutely invested now. He's like, "Oh,
You're having your X-Men moment where you find out what your powers are.
Right.
yes."
I don't know what I should try to do.
I don't know.
Maybe show us a place that you'd like to be, if that's within your power.
Okay. And she's gonna concentrate for a minute, and she'll get a frown on her face, and she'll try shaking her hands the way Orion did, and that doesn't do anything. Gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. And she pulls her pen out of her pocket and starts clicking it as she's thinking. And as she's doing that, I would like to cast a new spell.
Yay!
Let's go.
Do it, do it, do it.
All right, so I think I'm going to be using feeling to try to, like, figure out, to try to show a place that feels good to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let's roll. All right. Can I use tan to conjure up the image of a beach?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I like that.
Okay.
And
so-
since it's not a contested roll, you don't have to roll again for it. It just happens.
Okay, great. So yeah, she's clicking her pen, and as she's doing it, it looks like a drawing that forms in front of her, like a hand-drawn picture of a beach that resolves itself into a very clear image of a beach in Southern California, where she had been once on vacation. Oh, well,
I believe it worked, darling.
I have been here. Interesting.
So, currently it is gaining trinkets, bringing stuff to life, talking with animals, and like those fancy picture frames that like show electronic pictures and like scroll side to side, and that.
Right.
So,
how did I do that?
yeah,
And she'll look at the pen in her hand.
magic.
Yes, I understand magic. It's more complicated than just magic. There's obviously some sort of component to it. And I think it's my pen clicking. Huh.
Really?
I wonder. And she wants to click it again and try to do it again.
To do any spell or do that specific spell?
To do any spell.
All right.
So she's going to roll with feeling again. And this time she's going to try to conjure up her childhood pet.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
So you got 14 letters. That's pretty good.
That's a lot.
Yeah. They're interesting letters.
Hey. Let's see.
So the Q's kind of out of commission because I don't have.
If you had a female deer as your pet, you can spell doe.
Can I go with Snooky and have that be the name of her pet mouse?
Oh my god.
You absolutely can.
Snooky!
Okay.
Oh my god,
That's
that's
so
so
damn
horrible!
She is clicking the pen, and as she is clicking it, this little soft gray mouse appears in her hand.
Oh.
Oh, this is Snooky. Oh, Snooky, I've missed you. And she gently strokes the little mouse head. Oh, I remember you.
Oh,
This is Snooky.
You named a mouse Snooky.
Oh, well, I was watching a lot of Jersey Shore at the time. It's a whole thing.
Tab says, all the mice I know are named like John or Robert.
Yeah.
I have to crack a joke because otherwise I'm going to cry about Snooky.
I love Snooky.
Talk to the mouse.
Wait, what about the mouse? What are you trying to...
Oh.
Talk
well,
to the mouse.
I said hello. Oh, yes, Tabs, can you talk to Snooky?
Okay, so Tabs, similar to Viola, has like the coin satchel that like is their foci. So I feel like at first he did it very unconsciously last time, so he's gonna walk up to see if he can understand the mouse at first and kind of like wave awkwardly at it like, "Hello, darling. Can you speak to me?" Does the mouse do anything?
There's silence for a little while, and then the mouse slowly looks up at you, and it starts to squeak, but then you hear, kind of in the background, you hear, "Hey, I'm trying to sleep over here. Can you keep it down?" It is not Snooky the mouse. It is the
Oh
phone.
god.
Oh my
I thought the mouse like really took in the Jersey Shore.
Oh god, that is pretty funny. No, you will have to use magic to
Yeah.
speak to the mouse.
I feel like it's gonna be an unconscious thing that his hand goes to the coin bag to like kind of fidget with their clothes for it.
Did you keep Nosy as a permanent spell, or are you trying to cast something new?
Oh yeah, I did keep nosy. Do I have to roll for
Okay,
that, or
perfect.
can I just use it?
I believe. Let me double check. I don't think you have to use it if it's not.
Nosy is still
Let me check.
great. That's the
I
best
love it.
name for a spell. It's amazing.
Permanent spells operate identically to impulses when used defensively. You're not using it offensively, so I think it just happens. I know I've been a little wishy-washy on this, but I'm still, trying to remember the rules. I think it just, we'll say for now, it just happens because you're not using it in a sort of stressful environment.
Yeah. Okay, so as his hand comes to touch the coin satchel, the similar thing happens where like one of the coins seems to phase through the bag and like disappears in this glimmer of like golden magic that trails up his arm and goes into the mouse. And so I want to say that it was like in the middle of the mouse speaking that this like fidgeting started to happen, if that's alright. So he gets like the tail end of whatever the mouse is saying.
Squeak, 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 my human, Viola. And gosh, do I just love her so.
Yes, I can understand you now. Can you understand me, my dear?
Yeah, I can understand you real good. What's your name? My name's Snooky.
My name is Tabitha.
Wow.
Do you know anyone else at this table, or is it just Viola?
And the mouse looks around, kind of confused, and says, I know you. Your name is Tabitha.
Oh.
So, do you have any words for your person, Viola?
This is killing me.
Snooky turns and looks up at Viola with these tiny, big old eyes. They're both at once. It's amazing. And just kind of squeaks out, "Just tell her that I love her, and that I know she misses me sometimes, but I'm still with her."
Oh, my heart!
Wait, what is the mechanic for making a spell permanent?
You just spend a potential point and
Oh
you
my
gain it
God,
at
you
level
get
1.
Can you get Snooki as a familiar?
I want to make. Yeah, I want to make Snooki a permanent spell so I can bring my mouse back.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna scream. I love that.
Let me see the rules for that real quick. Companions. Companions are smaller, less powerful creatures who are bonded to a character and are physically present with them. A character has a special relationship with their companion, which can be any combination of friendship, obligation, and loyalty. Companions must be earned and bonded with through roleplay. It is highly uncommon for a character to have more than one companion. They begin with spirit equal to half their partners, so you have 10 spirit, so it would have 5, distributed between impulses, and 1 trait which is generated like a spell from a pool of 10 letters, but doesn't have a value. So you'll get 10 letters and generate a trait from them. A trait describes the passive magical nature of the companion. They cannot cast spells but may use their impulses for magical effects within the context of their trait. Traits can be relatively loose and interpretive to represent the general theme of the companion. So let's say you end up with a trait like adorable, then it can be, you can calm someone down magically, or you can charm them with how cute your little mouse is.
Yes.
Oh my god!
So the trait is kind of similar to a permanent spell in that you can use it in a lot of different ways within the context of the character.
Okay.
But yes, I will definitely allow you to spend a potential point to gain Snooki as a companion, because I love that so much.
That's incredible.
Okay.
This is like amazing right now.
Yeah, I definitely have to gain Snooki as a companion.
Yeah, you sure do.
I get 10 letters?
10 letters, yes. I do really like feels in conjunction with her vibe spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely keeps with her.
Rod's gonna have a power team. Don't mess with Viola and her little mouse. Jeez. We're gonna have you feeling all sorts of like. Bro should open a therapy joint now.
What is a library if not the therapy of the mind? That's nothing. I just said nothing. Oh god, please.
No, I don't want her to have fleas. I think I want to go with feels.
I love
Yeah,
feels.
I like that. Go ahead and
It's
you
adorable.
can, I guess, either put it on your character sheet or in your Discord channel for your character for now. We can, you can work out the impulses between now and the next session.
Okay.
But in this moment, what do you sort of do and say to Snooki?
Oh, Snooki, my dear, I've missed you.
Oh, I really missed you too.
Oh, I just, if you'll stay safe, you can sit on my shoulder for now. And then when we get back to my house, I've got a fresh bag of carrots. And I'll get you some of your favorite little pellets. I don't have any right now, but carrots tonight and pellets tomorrow. Oh, and I can get you some of those little yogurt drops. Oh, the yogurt drops. You remember those?
Oh, I love the yogurt drops almost as much as I love you. Not really, I love you more.
Oh, sweetheart. Do you need to live in a cage?
Oh
I don't
no,
think
I'm
you
magic
do.
now. I'm a real wizard.
I'm a real boy.
Would you like me to get you some sort of place to sleep? I don't want you to actually get crushed in the bed. Oh, I'll get you your own little bed. Oh, it'll be adorable. Oh, I'll sew you a little blanket.
A
I
little
can
blanket
wiggle
just
it
for
too.
me.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun together, Snooki. Oh, I've missed you.
I've missed you too, Viola.
Oh, and she'll go ahead and put Snooki on her shoulder, which is
Yeah.
pretty much where you're going to find this mouse from now on.
I love it. I don't have a dramatic cliffhanger or anything bad to happen to you. I just want us to kind of sit with this moment. Because it's the last time you'll ever feel happy again in this campaign. No.
Oh my god.
Oh
Well, that
no!
feels not accurate.
It's too wholesome. I'm
All right.
dying.
We will catch you next time on Storybook Ending, when I'm hopefully better composed and not about to burst into tears.
This is amazing.